All right, everybody out there, this is Old School from WhatTheBuc.net. I tried to record this last night at 2 in the morning when I got back from the Houston's live show to give the credit to the Panthers, but the YouTube link still shows as updated or uploaded. Processing, please wait, since, 1:30 or 2 in the morning last night. So apparently that some bitch is never going to get out there. So here I am to eat crow, tip the cap, as Coach Gruden would say, to the Panthers and to the Panthers fans. You boys got your job done. This was a game that, at least at halftime, was what we expected it was going to be. It was a dogfight. There was a bunch of punches getting thrown, and we thought it was going to be down to the wire. But at the end of the day, that rushing game that you guys claimed to have, showed up, and showed up big time. I mean, you can't argue with these numbers. 19 carries for 186 yards and 2 touches, 15 carries for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then, you got Steve Smith, the animal who I watched pancake, I don't know, he pancaked Savvy, he pancaked Flip, and then he went and pancaked Greg White, who outweighs him by about 1,000 pounds. Smith gets 9 grabs for 117 yards and a touchdown. Pretty much the second half was embarrassing. I haven't seen the Bucs defense miss as many tackles in any 3 games as they missed in that one game. But some of that's poor tackling, and some of that goes as a credit to what your backs were doing. The stiff arms, the hard running from D-Will. I mean, when you get Rondé Barber out in isolation, he's a strong tackling corner. He should bring a guy down. He should at least wrap up so that the other guys can get there. And that's, we talked about this in one of the early videos. The Tampa defense and the Carolina defense in a lot of ways is the same way. First guy to the tackler needs to make the grab, right? If you can't bring him down, get hold of him so the other guys can come in and finish off the tackle. And we just weren't doing that. We couldn't get it done. Your offensive line looked like a different unit with those 2 cats back. I'll tell you the guy who really impressed. Now, I haven't had a chance to go back and watch the recording because, to be quite honest, I don't think I could handle it right just yet. Probably do that tonight before my conciliatory video that I have to make for Big Nick. But Ryan Khalil, and apologies if I'm mispronouncing that last name, but it's a second-year guy if I understand it. This guy owned the middle of the line, right? Even before Hovan went out, whether it was Sims, whoever was playing up at tackle, right, he was crushing the middle of our line. And it was especially evident in short yardage situations. It's hard to find a silver lining, to be quite honest, on what went on in the second half. The biggest stage you can have in the regular season, as Big Nick accurately commented on his video, and the Panthers did what they should do. They defended their home turf, and they did it with some pizzazz, kind of pouring it on at the end. Now, we, of course, did the cardiac thing and came down and scored and made it look like we had a shot. Jeff Garcia threw for a bunch of yards, 320-something yards, I think, 321, 2 touchdowns. Antonio Bryant came to play. It was good to see a player on the Bucs team actually come with his duffel bag ready, getting 200 yards receiving. I think he had what do you have, 1 touchdown or 2? I can't remember. I think he had 2. Anyway, Antonio Bryant played, but other than that, man, it was hard to find anything. Our rushing game was horrible. Warwick Dunn dropped 4 or 5 passes. Clifton Smith had a couple of drops. Your special teams came up big, contained Clifton Smith on the return game, though you did kick away from him a number of times, which is something that has, I don't think, ever happened in the history of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers franchise. But at the end of the day, it was 38-23, and y'all were standing proud. You probably ran about 12 plays the whole damn game and just said, you know what, this is what we're going to run, stop it. And sadly, our defense could not rise to the occasion. So, where we sit right now, you guys have the 1-game lead. We've got a split on the head-to-heads. So you're sitting on top of the NFC South, which is strong. You got a chance to control your destiny because you get to go to New York, which is nice. You got the Broncos next, then you got New York. And then I think you got the Vikings, which may be interesting because they may be fighting for a playoff spot too. We got a little bit softer schedule in the back end here. We got Atlanta and Georgia, which is no cakewalk. Obviously very important for us at this point. And then we got Oakland and San Diego on the back end. So we got a little bit of a reprieve there on the AFC side on the back. Not to say San Diego's washed up because they can still put points up from time to time, but Oakland is pure garbage. So we should be able to take care of them pretty well. But at this point, the bragging rights that we earned from the Week 6 27-3 are gone. They're nullified. You guys put it to us. You hung 300 yards rushing on a team that gave up an average of 95 yards a game. You hung 4 touchdowns on the ground on a defense that only given up 1 all year long. The Bucs fans are going to bitch about holding, and certainly watching it live, there looked like there were a lot of holds that went uncalled, but there's holds on every play. I don't think the officiating was particularly egregious in either direction. I think you guys got screwed a little bit on the Cadillac fumble, the first one. That was a quick whistle. The second one, his knee was down, but someone needs to hit him with a 2x4 and remind him he has to hold on to the ball until the play is over, generally speaking. Just disgusted, right? This is a chance for the Bucs. The Tampa Bay people and fans have been saying we're not getting any respect. No one respects us. Everyone's talking about Carolina. We said that before the game in the pregame show. Want to thank you folks that came over and watched that. That was a lot of fun. It was good having you in the chat room. But when you cry about wanting respect and then you go on national television on Monday Night Football and you get run all over like you're a pee-wee football team, there's your answer. That's why you're not getting any respect. And though I still love my Bucs and I still think they're going to rebound and every team has a game like this, I mean, you guys looked like hellified garbage playing against the Raiders earlier this year, and that doesn't mean you're not a good team. This was a game that we got pushed around, and if I know this defense, their pride is not going to handle that very well. So hopefully we'll be able to rebound and get Atlanta taken care of in Georgia next week and start, get past this loss. But again, congratulations to the Panthers. Congratulations to the Panthers faithful. I know there's a lot of chest pounding out there. Big Nick, you made the comment about how you're sick about hearing the 27-3, sick about hearing that. Please do remember, that was not a preemptive strike by me on the 27-3 comment. What I heard all the way up until this game was all this chest pounding about how we got lucky the first time in a 24-point win, and that doesn't happen, gentlemen. It just doesn't, right? What you guys did was you came and you ran all over us, and though the differential in score wasn't as significant, in my opinion, it was a more thorough defeat because of the way you hung all those rushing yards on us. And we're going to have to rebound from that, to be quite honest. So I'm going to honor the wager. I'm going to go to the store today, to the mall, get my Carolina Panthers hat, which is going to make me throw up a little bit in my mouth. And I'm going to prep a video for YouTube this week, which will be the Wow, the Panthers are great video, for lack of a better name. And hopefully get past this 2-video limit for the Carolina Panther hat. So, again, thanks to the Panther fans out there for tuning in and coming over to the show. Thanks to the new Bucs fans that are listening. For you guys, make sure you get over to www.whatthebuc.net. Check us out. Thursday, we're going to be doing a little bit of a review, minor review of the Panthers game, though we're not going to dwell on that. And then also we're going to start doing the preview for the Falcons. We'll be back on our regular schedule. So that's it for me. I'm out of here. I'm going to upload this thing and get going to work.